Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Hopefully this video is okay. It's currently like a thunderstorm right now, which I'm sure you guys can probably hear in the background. So Gatsby's kind of like jumping on and off my lap at the moment because he's scared. And I'm just like sitting here with him. And I figured I might as well film a video because I figured talking would be like relaxing for him because he's right here, and I was just in the bath before and like quiet and he was shaking. And then I started doing like voice notes back and forth with a friend of mine, and he seemed to like perk back up. Maybe like voices and hearing me talk is a distraction, like maybe it's comforting to him, or maybe it just drowns out the thunder, I don't know. So I figured, let me sit down and film a video since, you know, it's better for him. He's licking my hand right now. Yeah, I didn't have anything to film. I have nothing to haul. Like I have nothing in backups. It's the first week of April. I don't have any empties. I already filmed my melting basket. So I was like, you know what? I keep getting the email notifications for my comments on that vendor talk video, and I've gotten so much positive feedback, and thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. I really just love when you guys are like, I like this or I don't like that, like, because otherwise, I don't know, it's nice to feel like someone is talking back. Like I know I'm sitting here doing this by myself, but like, you know, at least I feel like I'm more having like conversations with everyone else, and that's what I like. Like that's why I do these videos. I've met so many friends through YouTube and through the wax community, and when I film videos, I feel like I'm sitting here having a conversation with my friends, because I mean, there are a handful of you who watch my videos that are my friends. I mean, we text, we talk on the regular. So to me, I always feel like you're sitting across the table from me and we're just like chatting, even though that's so weird. I hope that doesn't sound like creepy. And because that's how I feel when I watch other people's like wax and haul videos. Like half the time I'm like, yeah, like responding back to it or something, or like, you know, when I leave the comments. So yeah, that's what, I don't know where that tangent just went to. Hopefully that made sense. Probably didn't, guys. It's been such a long day. We've been having more work done in the house. We're doing like electrical work and some air conditioning work. So I've had to be up every morning at 5, like to get myself together, organized, get Gatsby taken care of, get the workers and the guys led into the house. And then, you know, I have to go off to work really early in the morning. And today was one of those days I didn't get home till about like 3:45. And I've been going since 5. So yeah, my brain's kind of shot today. But anyway, let's just get into this video. I'm currently drinking a LaCroix seltzer, and guys, look at these nails. Look at them. Aren't they gorgeous? They're marble, and I can't even handle it. I went to get my nails done with a couple of my friends, and me and one of the other girls, we both wanted like black or white. And we were like, should we get black? Should we get white? Should we get black? Should we get white? And then the woman who owns the salon was like, why don't you do marble, like black and white marble? We were like, what? And then she showed us a picture, and we were like, yep, we're gonna get that. And how freaking cool is that? I've never felt so cool in regards to my hands before. Like my nails have never looked so freaking cool. I'm like, oh my God, these are my hands. I cannot stop staring at them. Like legit, driving home from the salon, I almost crashed my car because I'm like, hey, these are so nice. Okay. Anyway, I wanted to talk about Southbound Soap Company, because I feel like I haven't done too many hauls from her. I mean, I've done like a handful of them, but the videos have been like pretty spread apart, and you don't see much of her stuff in my empties because a lot of the times they're bigger pieces of wax like this, or a bag, or like this. And honestly, I go through Southbound stuff really slow, which is a good thing. That just means I'm savoring it, I'm enjoying it. So going through something slow is usually a good thing when it comes to me. Anyway, I wanted to talk about this vendor because it's one of my favorites. Southbound is a company that I will regularly purchase from. That may be, you know, as much as once a month, that may be every couple of months, every other month, but I'm always checking in her Facebook page. Every time she announces a restock, I am always browsing the scent list, and if there's something I know I like that I've had before, or something that sounds good, I'll place an order without hesitation. First things first, so Southbound is owned by Rachel Wales, and you can find out more about her in the company on the Facebook group. I like these videos to be more about the performance of the wax than the company itself, so I'm not going to talk too much about that. So anyway, she does both ready to ship and pre-order restocks. And the ready to ship, she kind of like does one after the other, like alternates them, and then she does pre-order samplers. So the first thing I fell in love with Southbound on my very first order before I even melted was her packaging. And if you've heard anything about Southbound, you know they're kind of known for their packaging. They're one of those companies that you get a box, it's got all the Easter grass in it, it comes wrapped in tissue paper, you get all your little wax in there looking so pretty, and it's just colorful and bright and feels like you're opening a present. Just absolutely beautiful, stunning packaging. Her wax itself, like as you can see, bright, vibrant, stunning colors. If you go back to my videos and look through Southbound hauls, I typically do either an unboxing or I show the packaging in the background. So if you watch my Southbound hauls, you can see what I'm talking about in terms of the packaging. Next, let's get into throw. And there's kind of like a two-step discussion about this. Her wax throws excellent for me. However, I need to cure it a pretty long time, a minimum of 2 months, but I kind of like to give her wax even more like 2, 3. The good thing is that the longer it sits, the better it gets. It just keeps getting stronger, it just keeps getting better, and that's what's awesome about it. So, like for example, the fall sampler, so I got this fall. Now, there were a lot of incredible scents in this, and if you watch that haul video, you'll see I went nuts over it. And her samplers come in 2 different things. They either come in shapes like this, which are huge, and you get like, I think we got like 12 shapes in this one, I don't even remember, 10, 12 shapes, or she'll do scent shot samplers, where it's either this type of cup or like the 2-ounce ones with a snap-on lid. And typically she'll like decorate the top of the wax. Her wax is always decorated beautifully. She really takes the time to make her wax look visually stunning. So this one is actually super simple for Southbound. Typically it's even more decorated than this, and as you can see, this is also double layered. So everything is just always beautiful. She coordinates the colors to the type of scent, like peanut butter cookie birthday. This looks like peanut, oh, this smells, God, this one is good. This is so yummy. Oh my gosh, I just love this. So beautiful. So she really takes the time to make her stuff look gorgeous. So the samplers come, like I said, either scent shots or like this. And she'll explain that when she does the pre-order and the sampler. Like, she'll tell you if it's gonna be shapes, if it's gonna be scent shots, if they're gonna be decorated or not, which I think is great. So her samplers are typically like around 30, 40 range price mark, which is fine. The only thing about them is, if you look at the scents, like for example, I got the fall sampler and I loved it. I loved all the scents in there. But if I tried to melt them right away, they weren't strong enough for me. And this was back in my apartment when I was in a small space. And the throw just wasn't there for me. So I said, you know what? Sorry, I have to pick up Gatsby. He's over here shaking by my leg. Oh my goodness. He's so heavy. So it just wasn't strong enough for me, the throw, when I first got it. And that was when I got these in September. And then I started melting them like maybe 2 weeks later, October. And I just wasn't satisfied. I couldn't really smell it. It wasn't strong enough. So I said, okay, I'm going to put this aside and let it cure. But then the problem with that was, by the time I was ready to melt it, the scents weren't exactly in season for me anymore. Like, by the time I was ready to start melting them, it was getting into Christmas melts, and I just wanted like Christmas tree and Christmas cookie and peppermint scents. And I had like, you know, cider donuts and pumpkin scents from the sampler and spicy scents and things like that. And I was like, okay, I'm not really in the mood. And I did actually melt some of the spicy ones and mix them with like peppermints or balsam. And that was fine, but it's not like my preference for melting in December. And I was a little like womp about that, you know, because I was like, oh, whatever, it's like out of season. And I wasn't sure at that point how long Southbound lasted for. Now I know her stuff is good up to a year, over a year, it's fine. So in hindsight, I would have just put that sampler aside for the following year and done it that way. But regardless, some people don't want to do that. Some people don't want to wait an entire freaking year for their wax, and that's totally understandable. So anyway, I ended up having a lot of these left over and not knowing what to do with them because it was winter, it was January, February, then it's the spring, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with all these like bakery scents and pie scents and cookie and cake and fall and spice, you know? So I have these, the ones I had, I just kind of put aside for next month, like this one, and this one actually smells really good because it's got that sugar milk scent to it. So while I like her samplers, with my experience from the fall, I did not purchase from the Christmas sampler because it came in December, and I think it was like the middle of December. So I was like, what's the point? They were all like heavily Christmas scents. And to me, I was like, what's the point? Because I'm not going to melt these until like the spring. Like that's when they're going to be ready for me, for my nose, for my home, for the way I prefer to melt wax. Like this is all very, very subjective. Like this is, you know, I'm not saying this for everyone. You may have Southbound that you melted the day you got it and you're like, Lindsay, what are you talking about? It performed amazing for me. That's great. I'm just talking about my experience. Like I said, I want these videos to be as fair as possible. And I do have like a little bit of trepidation making these videos because it's like, I don't want to say anything super negative. I don't want to give people the wrong impression. So these are just my opinions, experiences, and how I would go. And I'm sorry, it's like the sun's going down, it's raining, it's late. So anyway, I did not order the Christmas sampler because to me, it did not seem worth it because I knew I wasn't going to melt any of those scents in December. They weren't going to be ready. They weren't going to be cured. It wasn't worth it. And I was like, why? I'm not going to buy a sampler to use like next year. For whatever reason, I didn't want to have all those little, because it was a scent shot sampler. And I'm like, why have all those laying around for a year? You know, like one or two, like whatever, a handful of melts, fine. So anyway, that's that. However, goes back and forth. Now, there are some samplers, for example, if you liked all those scents in the Christmas sampler, if you read the descriptions and you were like, these all sound good, these are something I can melt year round, go for it. And where I'm going at with that is she had a 4th of July sampler last year. And all of those scents in there were scents I could melt for a really long time. I could melt them in the summer. I could melt them in the early fall. I could melt them in the spring. So I'm probably, if she comes out with that 4th of July sampler pre-order again this year, 100% I'm gonna order it because I didn't get it last year, but friends of mine had sent me scent shots from it, and some of them were just like fresh spa type scents that I burn 365 days a year. So something like that, like for me, there are some scents that I can just melt year round, and like spring, summer, you're getting a lot more, like that's 2 seasons out of the year as opposed to Christmas melts, which for me, I literally only melt in December. I don't start melting them in November, and I don't melt them past New Year's. So it's kind of a waste for me to go crazy on Christmas scents. So that's my opinion on the samplers. Now, what she's been doing with pre-orders are these bakery bags. This actually wasn't from a this was from a pre-order, I believe, and then it was like leftover. So when she does her pre-orders of bakery bags, if she has leftovers, she adds them to the site for the next ready to ship opening. So this was from a ready to ship opening, and I think this might have been like a leftover from a pre-order. So anyway, this was just the first bakery bag I grabbed. So what she does now is she has these bags, and they're $10. They're I think 8 or 10 ounces, somewhere in there. And she sells them for $10 a piece. Their pre-orders, they're open. She has a time frame that it's open, and I believe typically she announces the day of. She gives you the day of it. So you have like from say 1 to 5 or whatever the time frame is, where you can go in, you can order whatever you want, and that's it. But then you have to wait 4 to 6 weeks to get it. I really like that idea. I just did my first pre-order with her this past month, and that should be coming probably in like a week or 2. It should be here. And I ordered 4 bags, $10 each. I think it was like $10 shipping maybe. So it was like $50 for the order. But it was all scents that I really love that I haven't seen her pour recently. So I was like, oh, definitely I'm jumping in this pre-order. So this is how they come. Her bakery bags are super cute. They're these nice little, like I said, 8 to 10 ounce ones. And what I love about her labels too is she'll say the name of the scent, the pour date, and then she'll give you the description. So now, for example, this says Christmas cream. It's the Lush Yognog type. And I know some people associate, especially like Lushies, will associate Yognog, and I'm sorry if the rain is like over my voice, Yognog with Christmas. But I wasn't into Lush so much back when Yognog was like first came out and super popular. So it's not a scent I associate with Christmas. So when I smell this, this is just a really nice calming bathroom bedroom scent. And even though they're like Christmas tree and gingerbread man shapes, I will melt this year round, and I do. I actually keep this bag. It's in my wax, it was in my wax room, but recently I just started putting it in my bedroom because I really love this in the bedroom. This is such a nice bedroom slash bathroom scent. Like I said, even though it's Christmas, and this is exactly what I mean. These are the types of scents where I can melt this all year round. I don't need a season for this particular scent, despite the fact that Christmas is on the label. Like, this gets melted year round for me. in the bedroom and in the bathrooms. So that was worth it, and that was why I picked this one up, and that was why I did do the December order. So when she does her ready to ship, like I said, she lists all the scents, she lists the scent description, so you know what you're getting. And in December, I was like, should I place an order or not? And then I was reading them, and they weren't all Christmas scents. A lot of them were ones that sounded good for year round. And this was one of them, and it is good for year round, and it's cured, and I've been enjoying it. And then there's this one, which is Winter Palace, and the description threw me because pink sugar plums, cherry, sweet orange, peppery wood undertones. Like, I thought this was gonna be more pink sugar fruity, but it actually has like a Christmas tree type of scent, like note to it, like a pretty intense Christmas tree type note. It's very pretty, but that Christmas tree note in it just to me screams December. So I am actually holding this for next year, and like you can see, it was poured in December. So I bought this thinking I would be able to melt it year round, but it ended up smelling like a Christmas stuff. But that's fine for me. It'll just stay for next year, the same way this is just staying for the fall. And then she has, when you do her ready to ship orders, she'll sell things in these little pies like this. She has bakery bags to buy. She has these 6-packs. So lots of different options for shape when you do ready to ship. And this is from a ready to ship order, and this is Tropical Love Spell, and it's absolutely amazing. Her little pies are so cute. So those are the shapes, that's her ordering system, that's my reasoning, when I do, when I don't order, blah, blah, blah. So now when it comes to the throw, I really love Southbound's throw. It's one of the ones, it's very comparable to like Zape. It's a little bit stronger. Some scents are stronger than others. Pretty much what I've had though, for the most part, they've been pretty strong. It's not that subtle type of medium like Vintage Chic and Zape are, like I talked about in the previous video. It's more of a standout, hit you when you come into the room type of scent, I guess like a harder fragrance, if you will. But it's like a medium to high throw. It's not the highest, but like I said, I don't really like that. I don't need that strong of a scent. So to me, it's totally perfect. I really love it. And I've never had a problem with her wax in terms of throw. It does best for me in the Glade 24-watt warmer and a tea light warmer in a smaller room. I find my tea lights don't throw so well in the larger rooms, but the Mainstays warmers do throw better in the larger rooms. So smaller room tea light, larger room Mainstays, and that is how I melt Southbound. I don't really find that it works well in the Glade 20-watt warmer, so I never melt it in that particular warmer. But her bakery scents, only her bakery scents, which I found from the fall sampler, do exceptionally well in my Yankee centerpiece, which is odd because that's 18 watts and even lighter than the Glade. But whatever, that's my experience. I think Rachel has a lot of really fantastic blends. If you like lavender, her lavender is so bomb. It's just so good. I love it. Her pink sugar is fantastic. Her fruity blends are out of this world. But what I love Southbound the most for, and what is probably my favorite scent note of hers, is her fizzy. Her fizzy is so flawless. It's so good. She has a scent called Soda Pop Shop, which I should have brought for this video, but whatever. And Soda Pop Shop is like fizzy soda, lemon lime, fizzy soda, strawberry, and orange. And the way she combined those fruits with the fizzy, like, oh my gosh, I just can't even take it. It's so freaking good. It's the most perfect scent. And the fizzy takes a backseat to the fruit. Like, you know, sometimes fizzy can be really like bam, overpowering, like lemony and super tart that it's almost sour. Her fizzy is not like that. It's not gonna like tingle your nose when you smell it in the air. It just really takes a backseat to the fruit, and it's so beautiful. So I really think she's a master when it comes to blending. She really does a great job combining fragrances and just making them so beautiful and so unique and just gorgeous. So I really love her stuff. I think it's a great company. If you have not yet ordered from Southbound, you should definitely give her a try. I'm gonna wrap this video up because it's like thundering and like literally pissing buckets out there. And Gatsby's shaking, but he's fine, he's on my lap still. I just feel like you guys can't hear me. I can't even like hear myself. So I don't have my candles burning my wax. It's nice and cozy in here, so Gatsby will be fine. So yeah, so all in all, I would give Southbound Soap Company a 10 out of 10. I love her, love this company. It's great. The Facebook group is awesome. They're really active in there. She's active on her Instagram. She'll always show pictures of what she's pouring. Her wax is by far some of the cutest wax on the market. Like, pretty much incomparable when it comes to cuteness, design, like absolutely beautiful, so visually stunning. The one thing is, if you do order from Southbound, make sure you are on that cure time. Give it 2 months or more. Oh my God, this rain. All right, guys, that's it. Here's one more look at my nails because I just can't. Can we focus? So pretty. All right. Bye guys, I'll see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you like this one. If there is a vendor you want me to talk about that you have questions of, or if there's something in general you're just curious about, please leave it in the comments below. Let me know and I'll make a video. All right, see you guys in my next one. Bye.